Hello everyone. It's been a little while since I made a video because I've been very busy with school. But yeah, I'm just gonna start it off simple, and we're ranking. I'm ranking Ragdoll universe weapons. I did the video showcasing all the weapons like a month ago, and it didn't get very many views. It did not do well. But honestly, maybe if it's a ranking, it'll do better. We'll see. We're not going to be doing the items. We're just going to be doing the guns. And we're not going to be doing the purple ones, because I don't have all the purple ones. Yeah. There has been one weapon that's been added and one that's been removed since I did that showcase video, and that is this one right here, the heavy battle rifle, but we'll get to that later. So, without further ado, we're going to be doing the common weapons first. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, wait. Yeah, there's 15. Okay. And the worst one is, number 15 is the scope crossbow. This thing is awful. That's the end of this thing. One single shot, 2 shots, 1 shot to the head, but the muzzle blast, well, I guess technically not muzzle blast, but the projectile speed is awful. It has a scope, which honestly makes it even worse, because it makes it almost useless in close range. The silence part isn't really useful in this game either. Yeah, this gun sucks. Well, the crossbow sucks. Number 14 is got to be this thing. First assault rifle. This thing has had a history. Most of that history has been it being absolute trash, and this is probably the worst it's been, honestly. But there have been times when it was really good, and those times ended, so we're stuck with this just piece of garbage. Really, it's just the fact that it's a burst that absolutely kills it. And also, its damage is meh, its accuracy is meh, it's a burst gun, its range isn't the best, it's a burst gun, and it's just, like, it just doesn't work because you're gonna get, like, at long ranges you can get 1 hit off, and then, maybe get the second one, and the third one's just not gonna hit. And it's a burst gun. So, yeah, that's number 14, and it sucks. Number 13, we have one of the newer ones, the Derringer. I don't like this thing at all. Like, it's not terrible like the last two, but it's definitely not good. It's basically a 2-shot pistol that does a lot of damage, and it's somewhat accurate, but besides that, it's really terrible. It's basically a sawed-off, but it shoots bullets and is worse. Yeah. And it doesn't one-shot to the head either. Its headshot damage is barely the body damage. Not the worst, but definitely not good. Okay. At number 12, we've got the Revolver. This thing has been buffed since before. It used to be an absolute hot garbage. It was the second worst common outside, just the worst outside of the scope crossbow, but it's been buffed quite a bit. I forgot what the buffs were. I think it got like a range and accuracy buff, and I think its fire rate got buffed a little bit. Yeah, it feels slightly faster, but it's enough to make it not as terrible. Got decent amount of damage, decent accuracy, although the capacity kind of sucks. But it's definitely better than it was before. Still don't use it. It's still not good. It's still just not good. not good. So that's number 12. Number 11, Paintball Gun. This has also kind of had a history. It's always been pretty bad, but and it used to be like the worst rare in the game, where it is absolute hot garbage. Now it's a bit better, but still pretty weak, and it's a common. They did buff it though, because it now has a trail, which is nice. It actually helps. It really helps. It's still got mediocre accuracy. Still got mid-level damage. Does it even have a headshot multiplier? I don't even know. Okay, it does, but it's not much. It's still got a kind of not very good fire rate. It's still got really good capacity though. It's basically just, it's slow and steady. You're not gonna kill much at this, but you can keep fire for a pretty long time. Alright, entering the top 10. At number 10, we have the sword. So, this is the common melee weapon, and it's okay, I guess. It's got changed where it used to do 25, 25, 50, but now it does 30, 30, 40. Still kills in 3 swings. Just the damage has been changed up. It's your basic melee. At number 9, we have the pistol. So this is your this is just your basic gun. It's semi-auto of average capacity, average damage. Its range is really bad, but I mean, it's a small caliber pistol. Its range is not going to be bad. Headshot damage is 1.5, so it will 4-shot to the head. It's got good fire rate. Overall, it's just basic, gets the job done, but not really that. Number 8. I've had to think about this one a little bit. There are really like two competitors for this spot, which are the scoped assault rifle and the hunting rifle, and I wasn't sure on which one it would be, but I think I've decided that the hunting rifle will be at number 8. This thing is definitely fallen from grace. Yeah. Back in the day, this thing was absolutely amazing. It was a must-have. Like, not must-have, but it was super good. It was just fun. It was powerful. It did a lot of damage. Had 5 capacity. Now it sucks. Well, it's not bad, but it's not as good as it used to be. Yeah, that's the hunting rifle. Anyways, at number 7 is the scoped assault rifle. This thing used to be a rare and used to be really, really good, and then they hit it pretty hard with the it's got okay damage and okay fire rate and kind of below average capacity for automatic. But the scope wasn't as bad before because it's ridiculously accurate before, but now it's got a little bit of kick to it. It's a bit harder to aim, so that scope gets quite a bit worse. Still solid. Alright, number 6. We have the Uzi, or machine pistol. They used to call it Uzi, whatever. It's pretty basic. It's basically just it's a pistol. It's basically this. It's got the same damage as a burst assault rifle, like damage per shot, with the same head multiplier. I think it's got the same head multiplier. I can't remember. It's just better. It's not a burst gun, basically. Its accuracy isn't the worst, but it's definitely not accurate. The range is absolutely awful. But it's got a decently fast rate of fire, and you can kill pretty quickly. It's really good. Alright, at number 5, the assault shotgun. This is the first of the 2 common shotguns, and it's the weaker one, but still really strong. It does a lot of damage, except the bad thing about it is that it's horrendously inaccurate. It's the least accurate shotgun, and I think it's got the least range of any shotgun. But it's still, point blank, it's absolutely amazing. Like, if you can hit for point blank, it can just absolutely annihilate. But yeah, it's fine. It's good. Not great, though. Anyways, number 4, the pocket shotgun, which is the other one. I'd say this is slightly better. It's basically just a revolver, but a shotgun. And I would say better. It's a bit less, like, damage heavy, but it's got 2.5 times the capacity, and it's more accurate, it's got more range. You can hit, you can hit for, 27 from that distance. It's pretty nice. It's not by a big margin, but it is slightly better. Alright, number 3, the battle rifle. Yeah, this is a very good it's basically a pistol, but better. 1 less capacity, but better range, better damage. It's just really good. Like, its range is basically infinite. Its bullet fall off on it doesn't exist. It is reasonably accurate. It's not the most accurate thing, but it's accurate. You can spam it for days and just annihilate with it. I love it. Alright, number 2, the assault rifle. This is the basic assault rifle, and it is very good. It is super accurate. It's not like that much. It doesn't do all that much damage, but it does have decent headshot multiplier. Compared to some other weapons, it's got pretty good range. I don't know if I said it, but it's pretty accurate. Fire rate's good. It just works. It's all reliable. But it's not the best common in the game, because that's reserved for the Submachine Gun at number 1. Okay, this thing is absolutely amazing. Honestly, it should probably be a rare. This is basically just a machine pistol on crack. It does a bit less damage, let me check the fire rates, actually. They have the exact same fire rate, but this SMG has a bit more capacity, and let me compare the two. So, machine pistol has more damage, and slightly more projectile speed, slightly more range, faster reload, and that's spread. Okay, so really the thing that the SMG has over it is ammo capacity and recoil. It's way easier to hit opponents at far ranges. Its range is still really bad, but but most of this game is close range anyways, and in that theater, it's really good. It does pretty well mid-range as well. Very fast fire rate, same, like, body damage as an assault rifle. You can kill 3 people with 1 magazine if it's close range and hit all of your shots to the body. Yeah, it's good. Very good. That's all the commons, or basic, I guess is what it's technically called, but it's common. Now, short intermission, as I thank those who really, like, brought up the view count on my testing Alzaro video for Project Kaiju. It's at a clean it's at a clean 1,000 plus views. That's really good. I didn't expect it to get that much view. I did not expect it to get that many views, but it did get it. And yeah, my other Project Kaiju videos haven't been doing super well, and that one did absolutely amazing. It's now the most viewed video on my channel. It's got like 1,200 views in a month, and for that I am thankful. My channel's reached over 5,000 views now, and that's really nice. So thank you. Anyways, let's go to the rares. This is a bit more complicated than the commons. There are 16 of this rarity, so 1 more than the commons, and yeah, let's get started. At number 16 is the military rifle. This thing is god-awful. Like, it 4 shots to the body. It does 2 shots to the head. It's basically just a, like, worse revolver. Sure, it's got more capacity and a little bit more fire rate and accuracy, but it doesn't 3-shot to the body, which is pretty bad. I did just, like, melt 4 people. That's what they're all. Also, it's got bullet drop, which is just sad. Yeah, I hate this thing. It's kind of sad that it's so garbage because it's got that cool ping. Yeah, unfortunately, it's terrible. Anyways, number 15, still pretty bad, but way better than the last one, is the, Tomahawk. Tomahawk I don't like. Still not good. It's still pretty bad. It's the worst of the melees in this, rarity. But it's not, like, it's nowhere near as bad as the military rifle. Basically 3-shot, kind of like the sword. It's basically a sword with less range, but you can throw it. This is actually, now that I think, yeah, this is a massive step over the military rifle. Well, the other rares are at least, like, mid-level. It throws decent on this thing. But that still stays the weakest of the rare melees. Alright, number 14 is the lever action. I don't really like it. That's basically just an upgraded military rifle. Its fire rate's a bit slower, but it 3 shots to the body, and it's got more capacity, and it's a bit more accurate. Yeah, it's just an upgrade. It's just an upgrade. But it at least works. Alright. That was number 14. Number 13. This is a bit harder of a choice. But I think I'm gonna go with the Tommy gun. Yeah, it fall from grace. It does a lot of damage at close range and has solid capacity. That's all it really has. It can absolutely melt at close range, but outside of that, it sucks. Its accuracy is absolutely horrendous. You're not gonna be hitting people from even mid-range. Yeah, that's really what kills it. And this thing used to be busted, like legendary. Like it would have been, even for a legendary right here, would have been good. But it was a rare and it was OP, and then they absolutely destroyed it. All right, number 12, the suppressed assault rifle. This is just barely better than the Tommy gun. Yeah, it's pretty bad. There is no point in using this over a basic assault rifle. Suppressed doesn't matter in this game. Nobody cares about suppression in this game. The accuracy is quite a bit worse. Sure, it's got better range, but its recoil sucks. And it's got less headshot, but more body shot damage. I don't like it. No, get it out. That said, it can still do pretty good at close range, and it is at least more accurate than the Tommy gun. All right, number 11. This is a pretty difficult choice, but I'm gonna go with the hammer. This is the middle ranking of the three rare plays. Yeah, it's got the same damage pattern as a sword. It's got way less hit rate, and not as good at killing people, but it just smacks them around. It smacks them around like crazy. Its knockback is great. It's pretty fun to use it. Like, you can like, hit them, and then just toss them off the map like that. Yeah, it's fun, but not super good. Alright, that was number 11. Okay, number 10. We're on our top 10 now. Number 10, I'm gonna go with the suppressed submachine gun. No, that's the wrong one. Suppressed submachine gun. Basically just the basic SMG, but worse than suppressed. It's way better than the suppressed assault rifle. It's a little bit more accurate, though the recoil still sucks. Its damage is got less one less headshot, but one more body shot damage than an SMG. Same fire rate, but just less accuracy, which is what makes it worse in the end. Yeah, it's okay though. Number 9, I'm going with the suppressed pistol. Ironically, this is, even though it's just a little pistol, it's the best suppressed weapon in the game, and that's because its headshot multiplier is ridiculous. Otherwise, it's just a worse version of a regular pistol because its body damage is the same, but the capacity is only 9 instead of 16. It's just that the head damage is amazing. It's 3 shots to the head, which is really good for a pistol. And it can shoot pretty fast. It's reasonably accurate, and it reloads pretty fast, which kind of makes up for its bad capacity. Anyways, at number 8, on number 8, I'm gonna go with the 6-shooter. So this is a new one. I cannot remember if this is out when I made the video. I think it was. Basically, it's a revolver, but it fires faster and it does a bit less damage. It doesn't 3 shots to the body, but fire rate definitely makes up for it. You can melt people with this at close range. The reload pattern is a little bit weird, but honestly, that's fine. And it also doesn't 2-shot to the head at 3 shots, but again, the rate of fire heavily makes up for it. Yeah, I just melted like 4 people in a row right there. Yeah, it's solid. Okay, number 7. At number 7, I'm gonna go with the sniper rifle. This thing. Yeah, it's basically just a hunting rifle, but scoped and faster fire rate and more capacity. It says bolt action in the description, but it's like semi-auto. I guess they've just forgotten to do the bolt action part. Same damage, yeah. The scope kind of hurts it. If it was not scoped, it would be really good, but it's still fine. Okay, number 6. We're in our top 6 now. At number 6, I'm gonna go with the heavy assault rifle. I used to overrate this thing quite a bit, but it's still good. It does a lot of damage, and it 4 shots to the head. I think that's a 6 shot to the body. It's only got 20 capacity and it's horrendously inaccurate, but the damage output's I wouldn't say it's as good as the regular assault rifle, but it is good. I admit I did overrate it in the past, though. Okay, number 5. We're in the top 5. I'm gonna go with the dual pistols. These are really good. I would say this is a pretty decent step up above the heavy assault rifle. It's literally just the pistols, but dual wield. There's 2 of them, and it's really full auto. It's got the same damage pattern as the pistol. It's I actually think a bit more accurate. Maybe not. I don't know. Its range is slightly better, and it technically only shoots 9 times. Let me test this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It only shoots 9 times, but it's 2 shots. So if you hit both shots on them, it's gonna be 36 damage at close range, and it's basically 3 hits. And if it's with a headshot, that's gonna be 2. It's good. I like it. All right, number 4. Number 4, I'm gonna go with the knife, which is the best of the rare melees. And this knife is pretty good. It just slices and dices. Sure, the basic hit is really bad, but it insta kills if the enemy's at 30 health or lower. Like it basically just one shots 30 health. Yeah, and you can throw it like the Tomahawk. I don't think the throw does quite as much damage, but it's close. It still does like half of your health as with a throw, and it one-shots to the head. I still wouldn't recommend throwing it. It's not really reliable. It doesn't it's pretty hard to hit, and it drops it, so they can pick it up and use it against you. Yeah, that's the knife. Anyways, at number 3, At number 3, I'm gonna go. Okay, so we got 3 left. We have the scoped SMG, the rapid SMG, and the pump shotgun. I'm gonna go with the rapid SMG. This thing is basically just a machine pistol, but like on crack. Its fire rate is insane, but its base damage is awful. It basically just melts in close range. You're gonna run out of ammo really fast, but it's reasonably accurate. It does a lot of close range, like damage per second, and it reloads reasonably quick. Yeah, its range is pretty bad, but that's kind of expected. So yeah, that's the rapid submachine gun. Pretty simple. Number 2, barely edging out the other one, is the scoped submachine gun. This used to be a common and was one of the best commons in the game, and then they made it a rare, and it's really good. They may think that it's scoped and really inaccurate, which may mean it's like really bad, but this thing can melt. It can melt. That does a lot of damage. Well, it's not like a lot of damage, but it's enough for what it is. It can just melt. It's not the best, but it works. And yeah, and it can still be used at long range. But yeah, it's got nothing on the number 1. Pump shotgun is absolutely amazing. This is far and away the best rare in the game. It is crazy. And yeah, it's Just watch. It's basically a pocket shotgun with less fire rate, but way more damage. It's still accurate for a shotgun. It's kind of mid-ranging accuracy for a shotgun, actually, but it is good, and it can one-shot if you hit it right. The only bad thing about it is that the reload sucks, but outside of that, everything else about it is just... It's just, yeah, very good. Very, very good. That's all the rares. Alright, let's go through the legendaries. There are 14 legendaries, so the least of any of the 3 base rarities. But yeah, it gets kind of weird here. Anyways, at last place, and the last place is kind of hard to decide. It was really between 3 weapons, but I think I'm gonna go with this one at last place, the heavy pistol. Back in the day, this thing was a top 3 legendary and was broken, and then they destroyed it, and it was by far the worst legendary in the game. Then they buffed it a little bit, and now it's just barely the worst legendary in the game. It still doesn't one shot to the head, I really like it too, but otherwise it's just basically the Derringer, but with 7 bullets. Yeah, that's basically what it is. Still pretty weak, but not as bad as it used to be. Anyways, that is number 14. At number 13, we have the nail gun. Yeah, this is basically, it does, like, a lot of damage up close, and that's all it has going for it. Quite inaccurate. It's got ranged fall off. I don't even know what its headshot damage is. I need to check. Okay, so 4 shots to the head. Yeah, that's pretty bad. I'm kind of undecided actually if this is better or worse than the heavy pistol. I don't know. Let's just say they're tied. Alright, number 12, just barely edging out the other 2, is the lever action shotgun. This is basically just a pump, but way worse. It is long range, it's a long range shotgun, but it does not do anything outside of that. Sure, if you hit to the head, it's insane. But outside of that, it's not doing much. Like, and plus, it's kind of hard to hit moving targets because of the spread is being so tight. This works more as just a generalist weapon instead of a shotgun, and it's not really what it needs to be. It does a bit less, like, a bit less damage to the body than the pump. It fires slightly faster. Its reload is basically the same. It's got 1 more capacity, but it's just, it does not work as a shotgun. If it did this much damage and was like a bullet firing thing, it'd be great and I would be all for it, but yeah, I don't really like it that much. Perhaps I'm not used to it, perhaps with more use it would be like really insane, but yeah. It is better than the other 2. Okay, at number 11, also just barely edging out that, is the combat assault rifle. This basically is a basic assault rifle, but I guess slightly better. Its fire rate's worse, but it's got better damage. Very similar accuracy. Yeah, it's fine, but I don't really like it that much. It used to be absolutely broken OP, and then they destroyed it. Alright, next, at number 10, this is a bit of a hard time deciding, but I'm gonna go with the semi-auto sniper. It's basically just the basic sniper, but it does a bit less damage. Oh, it still does quite a bit of damage. It's still 1 shot to the head. Basically, it's still the same shots to kill. But it fires slightly faster. It's pretty simple. Okay, number 9. And I'm gonna go with the heavy assault rifle. This has always just been a thing. 5 shots. Its fire rate's kind of slow for an automatic, but it's 5 shots to the body, 3 shots to the head. Very accurate, of course, because it has a scope. And it's all long range. If it weren't scoped, this would be top tier, and I'd love it, but scope does drag it down a little bit. Okay. At number... Was that number 9? 12, 11, 10, 9. yeah, that was 9. Okay, at number 8, at number 8, I'm gonna go with the lifesteal scythe. This thing used to be way better, and then they just... So it's basically, it sucks at killing people, but it heals you. It heals you for 15 per hit. Yeah, and that's really its main gimmick. And that is a good gimmick, don't get me wrong. But just the fact that it takes so long to kill, that hurts it. Still good, though. At number 7, I'm gonna go with the pulse rifle. Wrong one, this one. This one is very overcomplicated. And when you're not aiming, it's a shotgun. And it's a pretty bad shotgun at that. It's got okay range for a shotgun, and that's really it. It doesn't do much damage. It does knockback, which is nice. But yeah. It's when it's aimed when it's pretty good. So, close-up when aiming, it doesn't do much damage, but it knocks back. Okay, actually, that did do quite a bit of damage there. It does okay damage, I guess. Or actually, really, it isn't a single shot. It's just the sprite is super tight there. Long range, it does a ton of damage and can one-shot if you hit it right. However, when you're aimed in, it does have a zoom, like, it does, like, have a charge up, which kind of hurts it. But it's fine. Alright, number 6. And we're getting close to the top now. There are, the 6 left are the energy cannon, the heavy battle rifle, the LMG, the rocket launcher, semi-auto shotgun, and compact SMG. I'm gonna go with the energy cannon for number 6. It's basically an LMG, but weird. Like, it has a wind-up time, and I think this is a 7-shot, I think. And the reload is, like, really weird. It's, like, not really a reload, just a charge, but it's alright. But there really isn't any point to it when the LMG exists. Yeah, that's just... It can absolutely melt at close range, though. Anyways, at, number 5. At number 5, I'm gonna go with the compact SMG. Jeez, it's raining. Jeez. Okay. Ignore the background. Compact SMG is really good. What is going on? It's hailing like crazy right now. So yeah, its damage per shot is pretty bad, but its fire rate's amazing, its accuracy is reasonable, and it has good capacity, and that's what makes it really strong. It can melt at close range. It has that 2 times head multiplier, which is great. It can just melt multiple people. Yeah. I'm gonna have to speed this up, though. Okay. At number 4, I'm gonna go with the semi-auto shotgun. This is the best of the like, non-mystery shotguns, although only by a little bit. It's only slightly better than the pump shotgun. It's basically just you take the, pocket shotgun and you give it a 12-1 capacity and you get a higher shot rate. Very accurate, but the damage is kind of bad, but it's got good capacity, good fire rate for a shotgun. And it works. It's really good. Okay, yeah, I know I'm kind of rushing it, but it's storming really bad. Okay. Number 3 is the newest weapon, the heavy battle rifle. This is just a direct upgrade of the regular one. The only thing it really doesn't, it has that's worse is the range, where it does have a little bit of damage fall off at super far ranges. But you're not going to be fighting at super far ranges in this game, so it doesn't even matter. At 4 shots to the body and 2 shots to the head, has 5 more bullets than the regular battle rifle. It does have slightly less fire rate, but I don't really think that hurts it too much. It's more accurate than the regular one. And it is amazing, and I love it, and it's everything I wanted. I already really like the basic battle rifle, and this is just the same version. It's the same thing, but it does a ton of damage. And that's why it went to number 3. I absolutely love using it. Number 2, the rocket launcher. Alright, yeah, sorry about that. I'm back. Yeah, there's a tornado, like, within a few miles of us, and Dad called me to go get into that for safety. But the tornado was going away from us, and it's north of us, and the storm's going east, so we're good. Anyways. I'm gonna have to edit for once. Let's take out the part. Anyways, rocket launcher, it's an explosive weapon. That's all you need to know why this thing is good. Splash damage is absolutely great in this game. And it does a ton of damage too. I believe it like actually one-shots if you hit directly. Does it do 100 damage? I mean, yeah, it does. And the splash rate is to 60, so that's really good. It used to be even better, but yeah. Alright, number one is the LMG. This is insanely OP. This is basically the Tommy gun if it was good. It's basically a better version of the old Tommy gun. It's 7-shot, ridiculous fire rate, 100 bullets, crazy recoil, but almost no spread. Helps at close range, can work at long range. Yeah, this thing's a beast. Very powerful. Yeah, that's the end of the video. Hope you enjoyed. Yeah, sorry, I kind of had to rush the last bit, because thorns and stuff. Yeah. Thanks for watching my other video a bunch. Like and subscribe if you want. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.